One, I'm Smriti Vashisht, medical doctor and a public health professional working as Senior Assistant Director with Mamta Health Institute for Mother and Child. I'm feeling blessed with this leadership journey and reaching here and presenting this wonderful piece close to my heart. My project is about addressing vaccine preventable diseases among elderly women in India. A qualitative study on healthcare perspectives and policy recommendation. As you all are aware, aging is a natural process that comes with its own set of challenges and health concern. Moreover, as per the pyramid of age, the sex ratio in India is favorable to females uh, above 65 years. And considering aging of aged and feminism of aging, it will add vulnerabilities for women, such as isolation, financial insecurity, social insecurity, emotional insecurity, health issues. As per 2011 census, women outnumber men in nearly 78% of widowed population, which poses critical challenges in terms of their health and well-being in India. And here you can relate what it will look like in some years. As healthcare expenditure would be high, there would be out-of-pocket expenditures. And my concerns is this: why elderly women are more vulnerable than older men? Elderly women are more vulnerable than men in India. So, are we prepared for all this? And whenever in public health we are talking about women, it's always around reproductive health, pregnant women, lactating mothers, but we are not still talking about elderly women. So, this is my qualitative research using in-depth interviews and FGDs to gather insights and understand the barriers and facilitators of these vaccine preventable diseases among elderly through healthcare professionals and policymakers. The sampling technique is, of course, purposeful. And ethical approval has been taken. So I have chosen Himachal Pradesh and Punjab for this, as these are the two states with the highest aging population in northern India. Coming to some of the initial key findings by in-depth interviews, this is among public health doctors. Most of the doctors were not aware about vaccines for elderly, and they also believe that this COVID-19 has created a lot of resistance among this age group. None of them I have also ever recommended any vaccine to the elderly population, and it's not available in the public sector too. And women are not, they believe that are more vulnerable than men due to many social factors. And they believe that VPDs vaccines have potential in this group. Coming to the private health doctors, of course, they were aware of the vaccines for elderly and they do maintain stocks for vaccines like hepatitis, influenza, pneumonia. But they also believe there's an opinion that usually elderly patients blame this vaccine to other unrelated health issues like hypertension, diabetes, joint pains. And their families also lack awareness about the benefits of vaccination, and they believe that vaccination is only for the children. And doctor, they have provided vaccination to many of the elderlies, but I was flabbergasted to hear this. You won't believe that they have given to the elderly group, but none of them has given any vaccine to elderly women. And these doctors also acknowledge that women are more vulnerable to infections and complications, and these vaccines actually could prevent these morbidity and mortality. Though my study is yet ongoing and focal group discussions with elderly women, I will share these findings with policymakers and will do a co-creation workshop for policy recommendation. Also, will prepare a few policy briefs to discuss these findings for the policy changes. This was my leadership journey with my peers, mentor, coach, and thank you, Women Lift Health, for this wonderful journey and helping me understand these aspects of leadership: authentic, inclusive, strategic, and impactful at the same time, and how to consider these diverse perspectives, for and this. Project is also helping me in decision making processes, how to be innovative, collaborative, and embrace this diversity and adapt to these strategies basically and the evolving needs of the public health, and how to inspire and motivate towards either a common goal or a newer goal, and I think this can only be done through effective communication. These are the three areas: adaptability, transparency, and collaboration, what I have learned through this leadership journey, and will continue my journey on a different road. Thank you. Thank you so much, Women Lift Health, for this wonderful journey. Thank you, everyone.